So you'll have your sample in a round bottom flask. There's nothing in here right now, but you'll dissolve ethyl acetate into it. Try to get as much of the sample dissolved as possible. And then you can add it. This is the closed position. Up and down is open. You can pour it in the top of the funnel. And then we have our first layer. And we're gonna extract with DI water. So we pour that in as well. And our sample will be dissolved in the ethyl acetate. Anything we don't want should be dissolved in the water. And you can already kind of tell that there are 2 layers forming in here. There's a really thin ethyl acetate layer on top, and the DI water's on the bottom. So what we're gonna do is cap it. Make sure that it's in the closed position. Shake it, making sure to vent every once in a while, because mixing solvents results in gas formation. 2 or 3 times shaking it is fine. Make sure to uncap it before you extract anything, and wait till you see 2 clear layers form. Should be a couple seconds. And then you can let the bottom layer out into the beaker. This is the layer that we don't want. And you wait until the line is almost in front of the stopper. And then to avoid contamination and mixing the layers, instead of switching beakers, pour the ethyl acetate out the top of the funnel into the beaker that you want to use. And then this is the beaker that we want. So we take our water layer and we re-put it in the top. Make sure your funnel is closed. We re-put it in the top of it. And we add more ethyl acetate. I like to put it back into the flask so that I make sure to rinse my flask while I'm doing it. Pour some in the top. 3 small washes is better than 1 large wash. Then we're gonna do the same thing. Cap it, shake it, making sure to vent the flask. Venting is where you open and close it. Put it back vertically. And then our layers are forming again. You can kind of see the bubbles separating. And then we let the water layer out into the same beaker. Do not mix up your beakers. This is very important. We don't want water in our sample. And then you wait until the line is just at the stopper, and you can let a little bit of ethyl acetate out into the beaker, because this is the one we're washing it with. And then same thing, we pour the ethyl acetate out the top to our other beaker. And then we do this one more time. Once we have all of our combined ethyl acetate layers, we can put them back in our separatory funnel, and then we're going to wash with brine. Brine is just a saturated solution of sodium chloride. You're going to look for the bottle that says sodium chloride NaCl, should be liquid in it. This is just salt water. It helps you'll notice probably that your sample will get a lot more clear after you add this. That's what we want. And this is dissolved in water, so again, the aqueous layer is on the bottom. But before we extract, we're gonna shake it a little bit, vent it. And then we're gonna wait for it to separate. And then same thing, we can use the same aqueous layer beaker from before and let out the brine. And the more clear your liquids are, the harder it is to see the line that separates the densities. You can always kind of swirl it and see
where the line is that way too.
And then once we have the rest of our ethyl acetate, this can go in a flask or in a beaker again. And then we take this to the rotovap and evaporate it.